it's just important to get back to the basic fundamentals. We've treated these first couple practices, just like we did the first couple practices in the summertime during camp, just like you would do it the first couple practices, I guess you say, during spring practice. It's like a kind of like an acclimation period, just getting back in shape, just getting back to the basics, while still our game is a couple weeks away, but we're gradually putting in, or looking at Texas and stuff like that, but we really just need to focus on the basic fundamentals, blocking, tackling, and doing our assignments.
5 weeks in between the last play in the SEC championship game to the bowl game. How are you guys staying focused with that much time?
You got to just focus on one day at a time. You can't, you got to focus on each day, each practice, each period, each play. You can't go looking all far. You can't be looking ahead of team run when you're sitting there in individual period. You just got to focus on every snap, and every snap you go out there, just try to do your best on that particular play.
Is it hard for you guys not to get caught up in the distractions of listening to all the hype and all that? How do you guys keep a level head and just keep focused on what you need to take care of?
I really don't think we have a problem with it, because we're just so focused on what we have to do each day. We're not really focused on any other outside distraction. We just try to go out there, try to do our best, and like I said, every period, every practice that we can, because we know that we have a chance to do something great, and we don't want to lose that chance.
How much is that, build on that, where you guys kind of listen and follow Saban's philosophies, where he's got you guys saying, look, keep your eye on the prize, stuff like that? How much has he played in keeping y'all?
It goes all the way back to the beginning. Obviously, off his first year, not as many people bought into what he wanted to do, and then us with him showed that if you buy into the process, good things can happen. We built off of that this season, and we capitalized and beat Florida. We're just trying to keep that ball rolling here in the national championship game.
Are you surprised that since he's come here and since you've been under him that you guys played the national championship in such only just 3 short years?
Playing for the national championship is something amazing, but I knew him coming in, he was a great coach from day one. And, we had some growing pains, people not doing what they're supposed to do, people not fitting in right. But once we got the kinks all worked out, it started the beginning of last season. That first game versus Clemson, we knew we had some special people here. We just buy into everything he says, and he hasn't led us wrong yet.
Coach talks a lot about that one game season. What does that mean to you guys as a player?
It means everything that you work for is just for that one game. After we came back from the bye week, he tried to say it was a 4-game season. That means you don't need to worry about the SEC championship. You don't need to worry about what bowl game you're going to go to. You just focus on that little shortened season here. And even now that's a 1-game season, we need to treat Texas not like it's, we got to win the national championship. Texas is a good team, but we've played a lot of good teams. We need to go out there and focus on doing the best that we can against another good team. You don't need to just be looking all it's a national championship game. Even though, it's kind of hard to not notice that. You just need to go out there and play a good game against a good team. But national championship game, non-conference game, SEC game, it's all it is a game. It is, but, just got to go out there and play. You don't want to play any better in a national championship game than you would versus South Carolina. You want to play as good against South Carolina that you do in the national championship game. You want to have a consistent level of playing high all the time.
Coaches try to keep you guys, and everyone's talking about on an even keel here, don't get too hyped up over this, but it's got to feel different as a player knowing you're going to be playing Texas for everything compared to maybe Utah last year when you guys were a little disappointed having lost the SEC. Is there a different feel in that matter, whether it's in practice or whatever?
We just feel like I said, we're undefeated playing for the national championship. Texas undefeated. From what I've done in my little history on looking at Alabama hasn't had that good of a record also versus Texas too. So we got a good chance to do a lot of good things out here. Go out here, finish 14-0. Go out here and beat a good Texas squad. It's just going to come down to who wants it more.